So, we gotta scoot over. We're totally
No.
okay. We're your way.
Okay,
We
good.
can't even get right on TV today.
We're good.
They're still taking selfies everywhere behind. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Our
So,
crew's being useless.
welcome to our top 10 thing list today. We decided, since we're talking about the art of film, we really want to talk about the unremakable movies, because there are some movies that just have such a culture and history behind them that, in our opinion, and what Pocky pointed out, was most of them are from like before 1990. I don't know what it was.
2001, 1990, like right before the millennium. Also, I have to say, a lot of these movies, and I'm going to use this phrase a lot, the stars aligned. Like, a lot of them was
a lot of it was like pure
once
genius
in a
when it
million
happened.
shot.
So, what are we kicking it off with? Our number 10.
Number 10 for me was, was Blade Runner. Like, Harrison Ford, young age, you had Ridley Scott, you had all this beautiful effects. My reason for it could be remade is, in this day and age, like, everything looks like CG. And it would also be really cynical. And this is a dark noir, and you can't do cynical and dark noir.
Yeah, I think Blade Runner is one of those ones that no one would want to touch because they would make it all dark and gritty. And it was already kind of dark and gritty, but they tried to find it, and it'd be like blood and death everywhere.
Right, where that would kind of miss the point.
Or they do like Blade Runner Jr., where it's all like Junior Detective.
Well, or worse yet, they would make it a comedy where they're making fun of the whole scenario. And so, like, it would be a comedy all of a sudden versus a noir.
So my number 9 list is Harry Potter. Now, this is definitely where stars align because there's no way this movie could ever be remade. I mean, the casting was 100% perfect. The adaptions were 100% perfect. It was just mind-bogglingly amazing. What are y'all? Okay, they're taking way too many pictures back there.
They are. Guys, stop doing it. Okay, thank you.
No, let them do it. It's fun, but we have to get back on track because what do we have coming up at number 8?
My number 8 film is to me is is a really good movie. It's Flight of the Navigator. This is like one of those underground Disney movies.
That was a mainstream Disney movie. I'm going to argue with you right there because everybody saw Flight of the Navigator. Everyone saw the flying walnut. Everybody saw the little robot inside. Everyone wanted to be part of it.
The little creature, the little gooey snot creature,
all that little fun
stuff. But it was a really good movie. But that movie was so 1980s. Like they wanted a Coke, and they had twisted. Like, what was it? Scissor Sister was the band they were listening to.
It wasn't as bad as Mac and Me, but it was still pretty.
Nothing was bad as Mac and Me.
Oh, come on, that was like McDonald's and Coke made a movie.
Coca-Cola and McDonald's saves the day because. Stupid.
So coming up at number 7 is another movie that I absolutely love, and this I put this one on there because this is a modern movie, and I don't think it would have any impact anyplace else. And that would be Fight Club.
The thing about this one is they got Fight Club and they changed it up just enough, a little bit, to make it fit. But yeah, I mean, Edward Norton was one of his big projects, and it was a big deal. And again, the stars aligned perfectly. Otherwise, this could have been a very bad movie.
Yeah, most of his books are that way. Like, I don't think they would ever be able to, remake this one and do it any justice. I mean, there's nothing you could add to it. There's no way you could redo it. It would just be like, Fight Club Junior, maybe.
It would even get more political, and also, there's still no way they would add certain characters like the guy.
Yeah.
So
what do you have for number 6?
My number 6 pick is Eraserhead.
I think this movie needs to be remade because
it doesn't. Because you can't look. The director of this movie is the same guy who brought us Twin Peaks. This is David. You can't remake a David Lynch. This is the ultimate Lynch movie.
That movie is bizarre. I love it, but I think that would, if all these ones on here, that would probably be the one someone would try to remake. I would guarantee someone would try to remake it and try to make it make sense. Which
Jack Black is the main character. Yeah, I can see that.
I'm done talking to you about Jack Black now. Okay, up next at number 5 on our list is another one of my favorites, The Goonies. This is a movie that would never see the light of day today. It would not be The Goonies. It would be like a Disney Channel version of it would be like Raven-Symoné in it. I mean, I kid you not. If they tried to make The Goonies today,
it would be like some kid actors. The kid with the gadgets, it'd all be apps or some stupid thing.
Yeah, it would not be the same because this is one of those fun kid adventure stories that today's technology you wouldn't be able to tell.
Or they would do it, but then they would make it again like this cynical thing where they'd make it a parody of all like Goonies itself, where they're making fun of Goonies.
Yeah, no. So Goonies is untouchable, which makes me happy. I know they're getting a sequel.
Goonies can never die and remake.
Yeah. So what do we have at number 4, Pocky?
My number 4 is Gremlins.
Everybody loves Gremlins.
Everyone loves Gremlins, except now can you imagine if they were CGI'd to hell and back?
See, that's one of the things they worked for Gremlins was they were puppets and they were stop motion. Like my favorite scene in Gremlins is on the street with the street light, and you see a little stop motion spike come out, and then all of them just start coming up behind them. It's all stop motion. That is one of my favorite scenes in movies, period. It wouldn't be the same if they CGI.
Right. Plus, the other thing is even going back to the 80s, like now, like it was a small town that was supposedly kind of excluded, and not like Stephen King, where like the entire community lives in the middle of nowhere. But this wasn't as included.
Well, Stephen King writes books about haunted lamps. Come on now.
Or Maine. It's all about Maine.
All right. So up next on our list is our number 3, which is probably one of my all-time favorite movies, Jaws.
I want to say this about Jaws. Jaws is the greatest accidental big hit ever.
I'm pretty sure everything about it was accidental, but I mean, I don't think you'd have nearly the impact with modern technology wanting to CG at this and maybe some parts that
Sharknado-ish.
I mean, that's one of the things that you notice in our list right now is a lot of it was practical effects, and when you see it on screen and see people actually looking at it, not a tennis ball, you can tell.
Yeah, and the other thing about Jaws is like we said, it was an excellent movie. Read the history of this movie. This movie, like a lot of the scenes happened because the shark wouldn't work at the time, and
he wasn't part of the union. What can we say?
Yeah, it's horrible. But my number 2, I guess my number 1 movie of all time that can ever be remade, Princess Bride.
And this is another one I 100% disagree with you on.
No. Here's the thing. Me and my wife were talking about this one when I was writing the list.
Oh, so you're gonna team up on me on this one?
No. She said she could see them again. This is one of those I could easily see them going, remaking. That's not a problem. I could totally see, like the guy who played Drax the Destroyer playing
Andre the Giant role.
Andre the Giant role or whatever. The problem with it is this movie was a risk. It was a genuine good movie, but as a lot of people don't remember, this also movie flopped. And
it's one of the ones that found its audience afterwards.
And I don't think it come with the same heart. Like, again, practical effects. It took itself serious, but it still was a comedy. And in this day and age, particularly with the cynicism,
yeah,
I mean, they could, but it would be bad, like horrible.
So I think our most unremakable movie, and you're probably gonna agree with me on this one, is E.T.
Oh yeah.
Now you want to know how unremakable it is? When Steven Spielberg tried to do it with the special edition, it crashed and burned faster than the Atari video game. It doesn't exist anymore. And that's a testament to the fact that this is an untouchable movie.
Well, it would help if the parts he touched was he took away the guns and replaced the walkie-talkies. But I think it's...
No. Did you not see the special edition where he had a whole bunch of CGI ETs in place of the puppet?
Right.
Like he was hopping through the forest like freaking Bunny Foo-Foo.
Well, he also did like the editing with the kids and whatnot. But yeah, overall, even the special edition, I mean, Star Wars you could edit and people will still watch. You edit E.T. and
people will riot.
Not even riot. Nobody will even go bother to see your movie.
I did see it, and I was like, what is this crap? I'm an E.T. fanatic, okay?
I understand.
Like, when I was a kid, all of my school pictures were in an E.T. shirt or a Rainbow Bright Towel shirt, which I can't describe, but it was the 70s, so don't judge me.
It was the 80s.
It was the 80s, but it was, okay. So that's been our 10 things list of unremakable movies. We hope you guys have enjoyed it. You can comment on your thoughts on unremakable movies in the comments when this is online.
You can talk about me, say that I mean, but I blow your head off when then you pursue me, 'cause I'm a bougie, I'm